Welcome to this coffee and conversation. We're going over the 8 reasons that you shouldn't get married. These are 8 things that people get married for all the time that are absolutely not a reason to get married. Because she's pregnant. Just because you created a baby without actually truly knowing her, or even if you do get to know her, does not mean you should get married, okay? It means you're going to have to co-parent. It means you've created a harder life for yourself, possibly. But at the end of the day, just because she's pregnant, do not run out and get married. Because I'm going in the military. We see this a lot. This is absolutely the worst reason. And the justification is, well, if we're married, there's benefits, I get paid more, blah, blah, blah. Again, not reasons to get married. Okay? Because I love her. How about we agree that loving her is a good requirement, one of the requirements to get married, okay? But in and of itself, just because you love someone doesn't mean you should marry them. Trust me, I've made this mistake, okay? So there's many other factors, and it's why I talk about dating 2 to 3 years before you live together, live together a year before you get engaged, so on and so forth. So you get to know how compatible you are in every other way, shape, and form. Another reason not to get married, because she said she'd leave me if we didn't get married. Bye-bye. At the end of the day, if somebody threatens to leave you if you don't do something, you need to probably end that relationship or have a long, hard discussion about what's acceptable and what's not. Never get married to escape something. This probably applies more to women than men, but you shouldn't be running away from something and using marriage as a vehicle for that. If anything, you should be running towards the marriage when it's solid. So just keep that in mind. Don't marry to run away from something, escape something. Never get married to prove something. I'm going to be a better parent. I can make this work. Think about it. That's not the reason you want to get married, okay? If your parents were horrible and you want to prove you can be a better parent and a better partner, think about what was modeled for you. A jacked up, poor situation. So the last thing you should do is run off and get married, okay? Another reason, never get married because it seems like the next step or to expedite the process. Again, there's no checklist of we do this, we do this, we do that. Some women have a checklist in their mind. That doesn't mean you need to do that, men. And never, ever get married because you think it will fix the relationship. It will not. Okay, this kind of goes back to the first one, because she's pregnant. Getting married doesn't fix anything. That's already a problem there, okay? So, again, these are 8 reasons that you should never use to justify getting married. Because one of the biggest problems we see when men come to us, when their marriages are at stake, and they're having issues and they work with us, is a lot of times they shouldn't have gotten married in the first place. And then the bonus 9 one that's on there, because you're young and dumb. If it was up to me, I would require you couldn't get married till you were 26, because this getting married at between 16 and 22 is insane. And times have changed, so what worked 2 generations ago, it's not working today. So it's 8 reasons not to marry. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. If you're struggling in your relationship, send me a private message. There's a link on the page. Let's talk. Because if you delay, the problem's not going to get better by waiting. It's only going to get worse. All right, guys, have a great week.